I have fantastic news for you. Only you need to change. Only you need to change. No one else needs to change. Your wife, your husband, your children, the political system, anyone, your boss, oh my gosh, or anyone else needs to change. Only you need to change. See, you can live your life to have the last laugh always. Wouldn't you like to have the last laugh? That you have decided to be happy no matter what. And if you decide to be happy, no one can make you unhappy. Good morning, Brooke. And if you choose to be unhappy, no one can make you happy. So if you choose to be who you really are and one with, then all of a sudden the world changes. Only you need to change. And there can be arguments around this. People will say, why are you so happy? You have a fake job. You're a hypocrite when there's so much suffering. Well, listen, if suffering was the reality, I'd be suffering. I'd be like on the biggest pity party ever today. I'd be throwing it, truly. If suffering was the reality, baby doll, I would be the best sufferer on the planet. Well, I don't believe that's the case. I believe that happiness is the reality, love is the reality. So therefore, I'm going to bank on that. I'm going to put all my chips on the table for happiness. And the greatest way to alleviate suffering is to be happy. The greatest way to alleviate pain is to have a loving heart and all this energy coming in because you're so XPF, extreme positive focus, right? This is how we go about things in the Soul Love Force Revolution and the Soul Rebel Base Camp training called the Bhagavad Gita Study.com. Good morning, Natalie. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for today? Oh my goodness gosh. I think that we are in for something. We are in for something wonderful. You know, I play songs like, it's the happiest day of my life. And there's so much love coming to me. So much light pouring down on me. More and more everything wonderful is coming to me. And people look at me and like, dude, what has gotten into you? What kind of crack are you on? Well, it's just over so many decades of depression and anxiety and suffering like everybody else. I've just kept cracking my heart open when it was the last thing I wanted to do. I kept cracking my awareness of source open, even when it was like, are you kidding me? I don't have any feeling for this at all. And I just kept cracking my discipline open so that I would sit there to meditate when it was the hardest thing to do. That's all. So, choose the game you want to play today. Choose. Choose if you want to be the one laughed at or if you want to have the last laugh. And who laughs at you? Your bad habits. Who laughs at you? Even your good qualities, saying, God, man, can't you follow up on this? Can't you keep saying you're going to do something that would really be worthwhile and you don't follow up on it? Now come on now. So they'll be jeering at you, laughing at you. An immortal soul that is just so faked out by your own story and by your own addictions to the suffering that everyone wants to say, here we are suffering. Now let's talk about the suffering. Let's get into the well with our brother and sister sufferers, and then pretty soon we can't even help ourselves. So only you can change. Only you need to change. Now, if there wasn't truth, I wouldn't be on this love line. I wouldn't care about a thing if there wasn't truth. But the truth is asking you, do you want to solve the riddle of your life? Do you want salvation? There's really only one question to ask yourselves, and how bad do you want it, man? How bad do you want anything? You'll get whatever it is. If you still want to be on the pity pot, then you're going to have that because you want it really bad to still be on your pity pot. If you still want to procrastinate, you'll still have that, right? If you want to think that you are Mr. Smarty Pants and Mrs. Smarty Britches, or dresses, Mrs. Smarty Dresses, then you can have that. And if you want it really bad, that's exactly what you're going to have, all right? But I choose to have the last laugh. I want to choose to laugh at me when I got really serious, or get really serious about a mistake, when I get really serious about just thinking, oh, heck with it, Nobody gets me. Oh, who doesn't get you, man? Huh? You don't get yourself, right? So I'm going to have the last laugh on when I try to make myself unhappy. I am going to have the last laugh when I seemingly fall out of my love affair with the divine. I am going to have the last laugh. I am choosing to have the last laugh. All right? So, everything I do for you. Everywhere I go, I look for you. And every breath I breathe your love. Love, 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 crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. Love, 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 crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. So it's just, you choose your craziness. Everyone's choosing the craziness that they want to live in. That's great. And they attract people or go to people who have the similar kind of craziness. Or we could call it the BS systems, the belief systems, or what else, I just know that God is eternal laughter and a joyful heart is his smile. I just know that it is an insult against your soul that to be sad, right? Sadness is an offense against your immortal soul. Your soul is ongoing happiness. Therefore, I choose to practice happiness. Oh, what a concept. I choose to be happy. What a concept, right? I choose to go for it every single day, with intense devotion. And people say, well, there's so much suffering, man. Why don't you get real? Well, who and what is real? All right? Everything I do for you. Everywhere I go, I look for you. And every breath I breathe your love. Love, 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 crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. Love, 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 crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. Let's get love, crazy. Come on, everybody, let's love. Let's get love, crazy. Come on, everybody, let's love. Let's get love. Hello, Agnes. Hello, Shelby. You're not always on, so when somebody new comes on, my heart leaps out of my chest, and I mean that. Yeah, well, we just cultivate good energy here. We cultivate everything that is positive and beautiful, and the heck with the rest of it. See what happens. See what happens when you choose to be happy. See what happens when you open your heart first to the divine love, and then to all the things that are magical and beautiful around you. We forget to see them when we're unhappy, you see. It's like pulling the shades. It's like wearing really dark glasses where you can't see out of them, right? So we go the other way here in extreme because the world seems to be extreme the other way, and we just want to counterbalance the world. How does that sound? We just want to counterbalance our moods and our depressions and our anxieties and our sufferings, all right? That's all we're doing here. We believe that the high frequency, the high vibration can really lift not only us as individuals, but our families and our friends and our world can lift it up. It's like the top half needs to go higher to lift up the bottom half. A lot of people are concentrated on the bottom half, We're addicted. We don't have control of our minds. We don't have control of our emotional reactions, and on and on and on. And we concentrate on that. But the way to lift that and to really heal that is to turn to the truth, is to turn to the light. And the more light you bring in, the more that lifts up, and it can't exist in that beautiful higher vibration, you see? You know what I'm saying? So welcome, Agnes, and welcome, Judy. Welcome back. You came back 2 days in a row. You're on a roll, girl. That's what we want to stay on. We want to stay on a roll here, because you know how easy it is to be a little bit inspired, and then boom, there you go. You know, to have a good intention, and then boom, you let go of it. You know, it's just not worth it because it seems to be too hard. People say it's too hard to meditate. It's too hard to be happy. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how much harder the other way is, right? Come on. We just need to have a little patience and a little bit of stick-to-itiveness, and a little deeper motivation day after day, a little bit at a time, so we can move this boulder of our lives that's just stuck there. It just seems our brain is stuck, our emotions are stuck, our lack of forgiveness is stuck, and it's just like stuck. And so it's going to take every day. It's all I did since I was 19 years old. I'm 67 now. 19 years old is just take this old conditioned self in a 19-year-old body, that raving hormones and raving things, and just do it. Just go with it, because it just seems too overwhelming to try to change oneself, right? There you go. Just a little bit. Meditate. Oh no, that's our thing. World. Meditate. No. Stop drinking. Oh no, really? Okay, all right. Stop the drugs. Okay. We'll stop the drugs. How about pulling back on your sex life, dude? Right? And then all this stuff. And all of a sudden, the boulder moves. The boulder moves a little bit, right? And then it moves a little bit more and more. And pretty soon it's in constant motion. The mojo, the momentum. Now, once you get mojo going, and it may take a while on the spiritual path, we got to keep it going. Don't stop. Don't stop the spiritual energy. Don't stop the things that are really good for you. Don't stop those. More and more and more, and less of the other, okay? Everyone will say, dude, you've been let's come down, just take a break from all that, because your friends are going to, you'll know a real friend when you keep elevating your life. You keep going for the positive, baby. You'll know who's a true friend, because a true friend will lift with you. But most of them won't. So that's not a true friend. The only true friend you have is, quite frankly, your soul, which is totally lifted. It is one with spirit. And the beloved ones in the inner worlds are truly your friends. Now and then in this physical world, there will be a soul friend, which we collect here, we cultivate here, one at a time on this love stream, on the Love Force Revolution, and this GitaStudy.com. We cultivate those soul friends, but they don't grow on trees. They need to be cultivated. Where each of you are lifting up, each of you are lifting up. You see, each of you are getting a little more. I'm going for it more today than yesterday. Today I'm going to choose to really keep my mind in my heart. I'm going to keep myself in lock with the love that I feel in my heart. A little more today, you see. Today I'm just going to abandon any other notion in my consciousness or all the conditions. I'm just going to abandon it. And I'm going to live today as if there's no tomorrow. Do you see what? Rosmi, I sent you a note. Rosmi, come to the soul this weekend, Rosmi. I beg you. No, I'm just kidding. Rosmi, come on, girl. Natalie's going to be there at the Soul on the Get Fit training this weekend, and there's a possibility you could come. Would you please text me today, or call me today, or message me today? Get in touch with me any which way today. No, your life is at stake, girl. Don't you see? The stakes are so high in mortal existence, man. We don't see how easy it is to get stuck, that boulder, right? And a lifetime that is just used in trying to get the momentum back that we've lost over lifetimes of complete forgetfulness and indifference and lack of willpower. The AA people say, they always remind each other of what happened when you take that first drink. Or when you take a drink, is that how it wipes out your willpower, okay? But, use that across the board. Every time we procrastinate, every time we put something else important that isn't true, it wipes out your willpower, man. There's a science behind this. So having said all that, Rosmi, I love you. I want to cultivate a soul friendship with you. And that's the only reason I speak this way. And as I tell Sarah all the time, please don't take my intensity like you have to have my intensity. Don't take it what I say as face value. Feel the energy, feel the sincerity, okay? Feel the love coming through and just take that in, and then you choose what to do. Liliana, listen, is there any way you can come to part of this retreat this weekend? Is there really anything more important? Is there really not, 3 hours here or a half a day or a full day this weekend, Liliana, that you can carve out and say, you know what? I'm just going to bust out and do something that will really, like we had the 90 minutes the other day, Liliana, last Sunday, right? Have some more of that, girl. You need more of that. Everyone needs more of the love. We cracked our hearts open in 90 minutes last Sunday. Now, I'm talking about a weekend of that, so that once it's cracked open, there's a better chance that we could put in place all those things that keep the door of our heart open rather than slamming shut again. All right? And this is how I believe that we need to live our life, in a realm that's constantly bombarding us with delusion and distractions, and everybody just going crazy. Listen, the only thing you need to change is yourself. You do not have to change anyone else. And we know why we concentrate on other people, because we're still not facing the moments of truth that we need to change ourselves, okay? Yeah, such from your top up, from the highest, I know, Sarah, from the highest to the high, man. From love to love, from spirit to spirit we are. And this is why we need to kind of reconnoiter, old soul friends. Come on, you're my old soul friend. We can fool ourselves some of the time, but let's not stop fooling ourselves some of the time, all right? Because it turns into all of the time, all right? So let's just fool ourselves a little less, and let's be the ones that have the last laugh, to laugh at ourselves and how ridiculous we are and how entrapped we are. But let's be the ones that have the last laugh, because your soul is eternal laughter, and your heart is a big, beautiful, joyful smile, okay? I'm from Oregon. Okay, well, I think there's I saw some cheap flights to San Diego on Orbitz from Oregon. Hey, soul sister, I'd walk 1,000,000 miles for one of your smiles. Mo Liliana. Hello, Debbie. Don't mind me. I'm in a ridiculous happy mood this morning, but I'm blaming my soul on that, all right? I'm blaming my soul on that. I'm blaming, that really pays off to do the work now. It really pays off to make today the best day ever. It really pays off to put aside those things that are conditioning you and pulling you down all the time, just for a day at a time. And it's so worth it to put your mind and heart on the divine. Listen, Source is right here, right now, always, and it wants to just be your best friend. It wants to just be right where you are right now. It doesn't want to make you do something. It's not going to force you to. It just wants you to know that you have a friend, that you have a lover, that you have everything you need if you just open up your heart to that beautiful light. That's all this message is ever all about. And that's why do we, when we get in the dark, that we just don't even consider that notion. We feel we have to figure it out. We have to fix it. We have to, stay in the dark, when the opposite is true, especially when we are in the dark. Do we need to just say, oh, my beloved, I need you. I love you. I need you. I love you. This is why I wrote this song. I live in a sanctuary of love and peace. We need a sanctuary in here today. We need a place where we don't leave. We need assisted living, permanent assisted living in that which doesn't change, that which is the reality, our immortal soul. As Lord Krishna says, take refuge, seek refuge in your soul, Arjuna. Seek refuge in the truth. Cling to me, love me. She who perceives me everywhere and beholds everything in me never loses sight of me, nor do I ever lose sight of her, says Lord Krishna. You who perceive me everywhere and behold everything in me, you never lose sight of me, and I never lose sight of you. And Yogananda comments and says, the divine lover, which is you and I are striving to be, beholds God through every window of your thought and time and space. That's what we're trying to perceive, that loving presence I'm talking about, all right? And that cosmic beloved beholds you through every window of her omnipresent love, you see. Two lovers, the spirit and the soul, they can never be apart, ever, ever. So keep it in your heart. You can never be apart. Keep the lover in your heart. You can never be apart. And then Yogananda said, locked in visions of love, that spirit and the devotee, God and the devotee enjoy unparted union. All right? I'm not going to keep this stream going on too longer today. All right? I just want to give you all, I don't want to do anything. I just know Source wants so much to get through to you today. Really into you today. It's there for you to get into yourself. Only you can change you. Only you need to change. Imagine if your life was not about other people, even planning your work around what you think will do to help people. That's fine, but plan your life around helping yourself first. And if you can change and be the change and be what really is, it will change the world. All right? So, you alone need to change you. You're the only one that needs to change, baby. No one else. All right? Put all your energy in that. Put all your eggs in that basket. They won't be broken. You'll come up with the golden egg of intuition and soul realization is what you'll... I live in a sanctuary of love and peace. I live in a sanctuary of love and peace. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Oh, my most beautiful love. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Oh, my most beautiful love. Oh, my most beautiful love. I live with my most beautiful love. Oh, wait, I mean, come on now. We talk about eternal honeymoons here. We talk about a love relationship that doesn't die off. It doesn't go away. One doesn't say, I see you later. There's no such thing. You are in a love affair with love itself, right? Oh, my most beautiful love. This is why I think it's worth being nutso about the truth. And that's when that little boulder, man, that big boulder is just, you know, a rolling stone gathers no moss. I live in a sanctuary of love and peace. I live in a sanctuary of love and peace. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Oh, my most beautiful love. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Oh, my most beautiful love. I live in a sanctuary of love and peace. I live in a sanctuary of love and peace. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Oh, my most beautiful love. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Oh, my most beautiful love. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Oh, my most beautiful love. Om Shanti Shanti Om. This is what a soul waking up just can't take its eyes off of the prize. Spirit and us are one, in oneness, bliss, ecstasy, right here, right now. Really, that is our very first step that we will be practicing tonight at 6:30 when I start the retreat. So you guys are getting a little sneak preview. You always get not just a sneak preview, you get the whole thing. The whole heart vision that I can share with you. You always get it all. You know I'm incapable of holding anything back, right? You all know that, right? So can you open yourselves up in the same manner when love and light is pouring through into you, whether it's through a human or whether it's coming just straight, direct access, source to source, just unceasing light and love pouring into you right now, okay? So, all right. Well, I had this song going on before I went into the sanctuary, right? Everything I do for you. Everywhere I go, I look for you. And every breath I breathe your love, 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 crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. Okay, so look, we have our love games. We always have these tips and practices for the day, right? And so go crazy with it today, could you, kids? We'll all feel it. We're all in each other's hearts. See, you only need to change you. The only thing you need to change is you. That's the only thing you need to change. So your heart is big enough to, I've got the whole world in my heart. I got the whole world in my heart. I got my soul friends in my heart. I got all my soul friends in my heart. I got the two tiny little babies in my heart. You have everything in your heart then. You see? If we open our heart, we don't need to look outside the heart ever. We have each other in our hearts. Doesn't that take care of it right there? Huh? So listen, Liliana and Debbie and Judy and anyway, Shelby. Oh my God, I just love my new soul friends that are on this love line this morning. Go crazy today. That's your only responsibility, to go crazy in God love today. All right? The only thing you need to do is change yourself. That is it. Nobody else. You're not going to be somebody that's going to help anyone else until you are first and foremost loyal to your own heart and the one beloved spirit that's inside of your heart. Go for it. Go for it and take all the stress away from you. You're the only one you need to concentrate on because you are the only one. All right? That will take care of the rest. Everything I do for you. Everywhere I go, I look for you. And every breath I breathe your love. Love, 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 crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. Love, 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 crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. Right, sir. Hold each other in your own heart. But your own heart is where the divine lives, and there's hearts in ecstasy, as you heard me always, I not always sing, but sing. Hearts in ecstasy, ecstasy, you and me. Hearts in ecstasy, ecstasy across the sea. I just don't sing those songs or write those songs because they sound good. It's because I'm desperate to have that experience. That's why every word I write, every song I sing, and I'm constantly writing love songs to the divine, right? From my heart to the divine, is because I want it to be a reality, all right? And it is working. It is working, as you can tell. You're welcome, Debbie. Hey, I love your light. Hey, it takes two to tango, and it takes one to know one, Debbie. One day we will all be in the same room. I'm telling you, we'll be in the same retreat, and we will have that moment where you will be with other humans, and it won't be a come down, it won't be a human experience, it will all be a divine experience. And when you are enough hours in that experience with other humans, you will never fall back again. You will never fall, because we need to be human to human in an exalted state to get over our cynicism and lack of love that we have for ourselves and others. Does it see? There's some sense to this madness, man. This crazy love stuff works. It brings you absolute pure crystal clarity and wisdom. Everything I do for you. Everywhere I go, I look for you. And every breath I breathe your love. Love, 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 crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. Let's see who can be more crazy in love. These are the kind of love games we play, all right? You want to try to have a love contest, anybody? Huh? Anyone into a love contest today, a divine love contest, huh? You know, we do sometimes that eye to eye, that soul to soul gaze, and man, anyone want to get lost like Rumi and his teacher and Hafiz and his master? They were the ones who started that whole notion of just losing themselves in the love of the God that's in the other person through the eyes. You want to have a contest? Love, 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 a crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. Love, 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 crazy love. Oh, I'm in crazy love. Let's get love crazy. Come on, everybody, let's love. Let's get love crazy. Come on, everybody, let's love. Let's get love crazy. Come on, everybody, let's love. Let's get love crazy. Come on, everybody, let's love. From my spiritual eye to your spiritual eye. From my God heart to your God heart. From my immortal soul to your immortal soul. And you know what? Nothing else matters. That's how we see each other. We're playing the God game. We're playing seeing each other as who we really are. We are divinity. God is you and me and everything and everyone. So baby, get over the rest.